Hello everyone, and thank you very much for checking out my May/June art review video. I wanted to take this video to talk a little bit about both mental and physical health. As for physical health, I've been focusing on it a lot for the past 2 months, and I'm really happy to report that I've lost a little bit over 15 pounds, which is great. However, it's important to talk a little bit about mental health too. Granted, mental health wasn't ever a really big issue for me, but I do know some people absolutely do struggle with mental health. So I do want to take a moment just to say that if you are struggling with mental health, absolutely try to find the right mental health professional for you, as it's really important, and just to make sure that you're doing well mentally. And I think it's wonderful that in more recent years, mental health has been taking a much bigger focus alongside with physical health. So you may be wondering, how is mental and physical health important when it comes to art? Well, I've been told by some of my artist friends that if you are in the right place mentally, you can usually make the best art possible. So it's important that when you're drawing that you take care of your mental health along with your physical health too. After all, with your physical health, it'll ensure that you are able to keep drawing. And with your mental health, you'll be able to continue to make awesome pieces of art. So with that being said, let's take a look at the stuff that I drew in May/June. Enjoy. The first drawing I did is of a robot red panda. Honestly, I picked this one just because I thought it was a really cute design. Honestly, she looks really cute and I think it came out great. I'm not gonna lie, I found this one to be really cute. While I was drawing one of the robots' heart, I ended up deciding, you know what, I want to draw one of the other robots too, just because I really like their designs. So, because of that, it ended up turning into a whole big picture, which, honestly, I think it turned out great. For this particular one, I took more inspiration based on the character concept, as there's supposed to be a program that helps your computer run better, so because of that, I took a bit of a Windows 98 concept to it, and honestly, I think it turned out great. This is another one I wanted to draw from the design alone. Honestly, the DJ look and the colors on this one are really awesome. PRIZMBOT has a lot more characters, so you may be seeing more in the future too. Relating to older electronics, we have Kit, the robot cat, who's based on old handheld video game systems. I honestly thought this design was really adorable, and I think the drawing came out really cute too. During this time, I ended up getting a commission to draw the robot Popstar LIBI. I really liked the design, so it was absolutely a pleasure doing this commission. For this particular piece, I had a bit more of a focus on shading this one. I really wanted to make sure this one really popped out. Not to mention, the character design on this one remind me a lot of like early 90s sort of like platformer mascots, so I think it's really cute. This one was certainly a bit simpler than some of the others that I drew, but I still think this one turned out pretty well. Not to mention, I really like the hair on this one for some reason. Now this is one that I had a whole lot of fun with, mostly because of the rad design. It honestly reminds me a lot of Mecha Sonic from the first Sonic game, so really, that's pretty cool. Speaking of Sonic characters, I drew a Sonic fan character named Jest the Jackrabbit. I haven't really drawn too many Sonic characters, but I've been told I do a pretty decent job with them, so maybe you might see some more in the future. The next two here are a little bit interesting. I used to hang out on a site called Dyna online quite often, and when I recently checked in there showing off some of my art, someone wanted to request me to draw a couple of things for them, so I was happy to do it. Next up we have Webspire vs Blazing Mantis. I always really enjoy drawing the bosses from the Megaman X series, but they can be rather tricky to draw. That being said, I wanted to do a proper background for this one, but whenever I tried doing it, it just didn't turn out right, so I may revisit this one in the future to give it a proper background. Here's a commission I ended up getting. For this one, they wanted me to do a hand-waving animation of their character. Honestly, it's been a while since I've done a proper animation for my drawings, so I was happy to actually be able to work on a new animation. And finally, a stomping animation that I did. When I saw this character design, I knew I had to give it a try since it was extremely unique, and honestly, I think the stomping animation turned out really good because there actually feels like there's some weight behind the stumps here. Then finally, some art that I've commissioned of my characters. I'll cycle through each of them so that you have some time to appreciate each one of them that I've gotten. And finally, ending off, a reveal of a new character to join my robot animal crew, Glistening Vulture. I absolutely love how she turned out, and I greatly appreciate my friend Evan for making her look so incredible. Thank you so much. That is the art that I did in the months of May and June. I felt like I could have been a little bit more ambitious with some of the art I was doing, but I still think things turned out pretty decent. But rest assured, next week I'll going to be going on vacation, meaning I'll have plenty of time to work on artwork, as well as doing videos, and hanging out with my friends too. After all, don't always have the time for that when working a full-time job, so it'll be a much welcome change. That being said, I hope next month I can make some art pieces that will really knock your socks off, as I have a lot of ambitious ideas that I really want to take into action. So, with that being said, thank you for watching my art review video. I hope to see you in the next one.